What's good? We back. Y'all know what it is, and you damn sure know what it ain't. But enough said. A lot of people been wondering about the DTF printing. People just getting into it. They ask all these questions like, what is DTF printing? How does it hold up? What's the difference between direct to garment? What's the difference between silk screen? Now, it's a couple of differences that people would explain to you, and you still probably wouldn't understand, right? So, from my knowledge, from my understanding, I am no guru. I am no professional. Repeat, I am no guru. I am no professional. Just from my research and knowledge, what's going on. Okay, now, direct to garment is a process to where you take your shirt and you spray a material on it, you cure it, and then it's with just drying it, and then it's ready to actual start doing the actual direct to garment print on top. So it basically is a machine that you have that is a printer, and you have what you call your board. You fasten your shirt down on top of it, make sure it's evenly, and then you have another board that you make sure it's flat on top of that to hold it in place. I don't know what it's called, an adapter or something like that. And then you can be able to start the printing process, printing directly on top of the actual shirt. Now, that process takes a long time if you're trying to actually run a successful print shop, have multiple orders, kicking them in, kicking them out, and doing all the different type of things there, right? So if you have major, large orders or you upscaling your business, you need multiple of these machines to actually keep up, with your clientele. Now, different between direct to film is that you have this one transfer film, like let me say this one for a customer that I did this, for instance. Now I can put one film on one shirt, and I can make multiple copies of this one film. So, meaning if I have a printer that's capable of moving in a high volume, I can make multiple, like from anywhere from 5 to 10 to 15. Now, this is an easier process. You don't have to cure and dry anything similar to what the directed garment is, because it's some type of spray you're putting on. The curing and drying process with this is it has the white in the color printed as one, and it lays the actual color first. You see the white second, and then the actual comes out and it's wet, and you put it inside of an actual box that you have, or if you have a shaker, it puts the powder, shakes it off, and it's ready for the drying process. So it's only two steps. Once it comes out, well, three steps. It comes out, you powder it, and you dry it. That's it. But if you have a powder shaker, which is it powders it, shakes the powder off, and dries at the same time, you have to do nothing. But either method with a DTF transfer is way more simple, way more easier, and less stressful, and you don't have to work as hard. Now, what the silk screening method is, it's the same type of situation with a lot of manual labor, right? You have to get all your boards, get the image, make sure you get the image that you're printing, and you put it on the screen, put it in a dark room. You got to cure it, you dry it with light, and after you do that, you spray it down. And after you spray it down, you got your image. Now you go take each board and make probably 5 if you're using 5 colors. Use 6 if you're using 6, and so forth. We got this big old spider web of a big old workstation. You fasten each board down. You get all your colors ready. Once you get your colors ready, you mix them, you put them on the board, lay the board down, do your first pass, slide it, do your second pass, and so forth. So if you're doing multiple shirts, you have to have a certain order. So say 50 to 100, or I just do 100 and up. So you have to have a massive, you know, order to come in. Not massive, but a good, nice size, so you can be able to make a profit. Because it's too much prepping in between of that, right? So that's what it is. So that's what I tell people about the difference between direct to film, direct to garment, and silk screening. And the reason why I'm bringing this to you guys' attention is because of this. We all have to figure out what method is going to be easy for us at the end of the day, and still be able to produce high quality work. That's it. At the end of the day, that's what it is. So if you're going to be hiring some help, if you're going to be doing it yourself, or if you and a partner going to be doing it as a, boyfriend, girlfriend, or wife or husband, something to do on the side, age comes into a factor, health comes into a factor. You want to make sure, hey, I don't want to be doing this for no 3 or 4 or 5 hours. You'll be tired, but it's a lot of work. So that's why you figure out what printing method will be good for you, what you can implicate into what you already know, and then what information that you want to go out and research, make your decision. If you want to go screen printing, direct to garment, or direct to film, or if you want to go half tones or whatever you want to, I mean, not half tone, but what do they call that? A toner printer. It's different methods that you can go with if it's, up to you what you like. But you have to be able to know about the different resolutions, the different aspects of the image, the quality, the vibrancy, the density. You got to know about these different things, because if you don't know about these things, you're going to be kind of like giving somebody a clue of what you like, but don't be really spec or dead on. A lot of people think you can DTF print SVG files. You can't print SVG files. You got to convert those over into PNG, or have it already designed in PNG. Because I noticed about some SVG files, not all of them, it depends on who's designing the file. When you go ahead and convert it over into PNG, you lose the quality. You lose some type of resolution. It doesn't look as up to par as it's supposed to look up to. But it's kind of hard to tell a person this if they don't have, a clue of what PNG is, high resolution, 300 DPI, and so forth. If they don't have a clue, some people don't really have the basic knowledge of what sizes they want. They want it to be a 12 by 12 all the time, or a 10 by 10, or a 14 by 14, or a 12 by 10, or 9 by 9, whatever. Some sizes and some shapes, and not some shapes, but some images that you actually have are going to be required a different dimension, a 12 by 14 or 10 by 12. Sometimes not going to be a straight box. And some, well, not say some, but a lot of people that I actually been dealing with lately don't understand the difference between the SVGs, PNGs, or send the size that you want. You don't send me the file and then tell me what size you want. You actually got to make the size of the file, and once it's your size, you make sure it's 300 resolution, make sure it got transparent background, make sure it's a PNG, it's a size already, and then you send it to me. So when I open it up inside of the actual software I'm using, it's already sized. So what I got to do is just either print, that's it. So it makes it easier for me, the printer or whatever company that you're going to be dealing with later on down the line. So I hope this video was helpful to you guys. If it is, like, comment, and subscribe. Turn your notification bells on to all so we can get the channel, you get all the information when I drop it. Share the information which you want. If you like the content, you want to support the channel, it's a link in the bottom of the description that you can use. And to then, we out. Appreciate the ones for liking and subscribing. We out.